Hello, my name is Roberto and welcome back to the Yoga Hub online studio. This is a 60 minutes advanced practice Pincha Flow. So it develops so much on your shoulders, strength, engaging the core and lengthening your thighs. Options to take it step by step from dolphin, three-leg dolphin, and then finally to Pincha. Do it against the wall if that helps, feel safe, don't overcommit. It's your practice after all. Thank you so much for watching. Let's start connecting with our breath with the two blocks in front of you, if you have any. If you don't have, don't worry, you can just place in the elbows on the mat. So yes, join me on stretching and opening the side of the body for this specific flow that we will do today on the mat. So place your elbows on top of your blocks, shoulders width apart. Keep your knees slightly backwards in line with your hips perhaps. Keep your toes tucked under, palms together. And see if you can start lengthening your spine towards your sit bones, towards your heels. Try not to open your elbows out, but rather keeping this inwards connection. And then as the hips goes a bit more backwards, so reset in here. You don't want too much sitting on your heels. And then reverse your prayers behind your neck. Now you might feel that your forehead is not touching. That's okay. So try not to push your chest down towards the mat, but let this shape to start establishing what is the purpose of this practice. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly close your lips. Start to breathe in with your left and right nostrils. As you close your lips, maybe close your eyes as well. Noticing that inhalation, maybe your first through your nose. That breath, going all the way from your spine, up, middle, lower. And then you feel still that inhalation awareness. Your belly starts to expand. So you feel that gentle push towards your thighs, your ribs broader, and then your chest, your collarbone wider. And then when you breathe out through your nose, do it reversing from your chest, soften your ribs, your navel out all the way from your spine to your nose. Take your time. When you breathe in, count to 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it for a few seconds, and then a slow exhalation for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Again, inhale for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold. Slow exhalation for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Just keep going on your own. Then you must identify a different counting, a different sensation. As we're holding this shape for a few more breaths still, can you notice that lengthening from the side of your body? So your laterals muscles. As you feel your elbows pressing down gently towards the block, can you feel your tailbone lengthening back and up towards your heels? There's no pushing or pulling rather, but it's mostly lengthening. Take one more breath in here. And then slowly open your eyes, pressing down through your elbows. Lift yourself up, shift your shoulders forward, so walk your knees closer, and then sit on top of your heels, lift yourself. So you feel these shoulders already warming up and maybe some length into the side of your body, which is the purpose of this practice today. Place your palms in front of your chest and with your eyes closed, set an intention for your practice. What I really need from my yoga mat is what I really want in this particular time of my life is. So find that words as your hands are touching your heart, as your mind is starting to soften. Your breath is connected, you, where you meant to be today, to your mat. And slowly open your eyes. Have a wonderful practice, everybody. Taking the blocks away, keep it on one side as we will need for the practice. And let's place your palms and your forearms on your mat. Your index is facing forwards and your knuckles, especially your index knuckles, is constantly on the mat. Imagine you squeezing a block between your forearms, keeping the forearms parallel towards one another and your elbows in line with your shoulders. I'm gonna walk my knees slightly back as I want my elbows, my shoulders slightly more backwards because we will do some cat and cow in here. Hug your inner thighs towards one another. Keep your feet tucked under. Inhale. See if you can draw your elbows towards your knees as you open your collarbone, shoulders blades down, without lifting your neck too much. See if you can feel that expansion of your chest. Exhale, do the opposite. As you round your spine, you dome in your upper back. See if you can open the back of your shoulder. So your ribs soften, your navel towards your spine, and then you might feel your tailbone kind of reaching down towards your knees, which is okay. And again, inhale, find your cow pose on your forearms, kind of funky cow pose in here. Open your chest, pressing down through your palms. And then exhale, cat, as you round your upper back. Start to activating your core muscles as you soften your rib. Keep squeezing the block between your forearms and your inner thighs towards one another. One more in here. Inhale as you find that beautiful long spine. Exhale as you dome in your back, rounding here. Now listen carefully here. Keep your feet as they are, pressing down through your hands and your forearms. Lift your knees off your mat, maybe keeping micro bend. Maybe place your head between your biceps. Look to the back of your mat. Keep your knees as they are. So this is called dolphin to start. Feeling that action, pressing down through your elbows. And remember that the doming upper back. Squeeze your forearms towards one another. See if you can feel that lengthening and engagement to the side of your body. Take one more breath here. Inhale. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Slowly look up. Lift your left elbow off your mat. Lift your right elbow off your mat. Walk your palms close to your shoulders, finding this kind of high plank. And then pressing down through your palms, start to circling towards the right side over your left. Now, if this is too much, you can always place your knees down. So we're just warming up the wrist, but make sure that you do this with your back, your spine neutral. And then when you stop on your midline, do the opposite direction. Keep your 10 knuckles down. Keep the tips of the fingers grabbing. Imagine you want to create a crease on your mat. And then inhale in here. And then exhale, go to your downward facing dog. A nice relaxation here as you lengthen in your spine. Keep pressing the mat. Imagine you want to print your hands into the mat. So imagine it's like a sand. So you want to print your hands in here. As you're printing down, you hug your forearms, you broaden your collarbone, your shoulders blaze evenly. And then you lengthen your tailbone. If your heels are not touching, keep the knees micro bent. And then you start to soften your ribs, your navel in. Lift your heels, inhale, come forwards to your high plank, and then exhale, start to bend your elbows. You can place your knees down all the way down to your mat. Then from here, place your forearms on your mat as we started to activate in the core as well. It's called Sphinx pose. So make sure that, again, remember that alignment. You're holding that blocks between your forearms. So you start to squeeze that block. See if you can also draw your elbows towards your hips. So this is your cow pose, inhale in here. And then exhale, cat, as you round your spine, open the back, start to lift your chest, tuck your toes, and maybe keep your knees to start. So you want to feel this engagement of your core. And let's go again. Inhale, look up for your cow pose. If you want to go a bit more deeper, you can lift your elbows, flip your palms outside, flip your elbows off your mat, open your chest, and then exhale, place your elbows down, reset. Let's go for your cat. If you want to go for a deeper, you can lift your upper back, round your spine, maybe lift your knees off your mat, like forearm plank. Let's do one more time. Inhale, look up for your cow. You can flip your palms. You can open your chest. It's more like a sphinx rather than cow. But as you lengthen in your collarbone, your spine. And then exhale, place your elbows down again. You can place your index forwards. And then round your spine, open your back. And then again here, let's walk your feet close to your elbows one more time. And place your head between your biceps. Keep your feet nice and wide as your mat. And see if you can keep your heels down on your mat. If you cannot, just walk your feet even more backwards. Now from your in here, you just want to press in the mat away through your elbows. Keep lengthening your tailbone up. Squeeze your forearms towards one another. Open the back of your chest. Keep softening your ribs, your navel towards your spine. Take one more breath in, one more breath out. Now look forward, lift your elbows, your forearms off your mat. Step your right foot outside of your right hand, and then step your left foot outside of your left. And then bend your knees, shivering left and right. Keep your fingertips on your mat. And then notice in your shoulders. Place your palms to your heart. And then straighten your legs all the way up. Start to roll your shoulders up and back. There's a lot to happen on the shoulders already. So noticing where do you feel it? The top, the sides. But mostly, we want to feel the side of the body here. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms up. Let's start in here. And then exhale, palms together. Forward fold down to your mat. Bend your knees. Be gentle to your spine to start. Fingertips on your mat or maybe on your shin. Either way, look up. Inhale in here. And then exhale, palms down. Step your left foot back, left knee on your mat. Now, right heel to knee, knee to hip, and then let's come up to your low lunges. Now, low lunges, as many times we tend to open the chest, stretching the side. I will do this. I like it when it's a heart opening practice, but today we kind of want to engage in the front of the body. So take a deep inhale, reach your arms up, and then exhale as you cactus your elbows. I'm going to do this in front of you. So as you cactus your elbows in here, make sure you got it 90 degrees angle. Now, when you breathe in, as you open your collarbone evenly, close your forearms like you're holding this block in front of you. So keeping your elbows in line with your shoulders, and then maybe your palms are facing out. So see if you can feel in this kind of squeezing the chest and then opening the back of your heart. If you notice, I'm going to squeeze this block between my forearms. So it's like parallel. I'm not closing together. You should feel that side stretch of your body. Now, inhale, reach your arms up. Imagine you want to shift this block behind you, but keep reaching up. So you try to keep your ribs in and navel in. And then exhale, palms to your heart. Inhale in here. And then exhale, twisting with the tip of your elbow outside of the tip of your knee. Try not to collapse your chest, but rather pressing towards one another. Every inhalation you find lengthen. Every exhalation, twist. Nice. And then come back. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And then exhale, let's find your half split in here. Lift your right toes. Walk your left knee back in here, or even your left hand. You can grab your foot, reaches forward. Hands on your block if you want. Inhale, look up. And then exhale, hip back, shoulders forward. So your right toes want to kiss your right shoulder. There's a lot to happen in here. So you feel that alignment with the hips. I will normally draw my right hip back, left hip forward. And then fold in here. One more breath. Nice, everyone. And then from here, look up, inhale, draw, slowly sit over your left heel, bend your right knee, place your hands down, lift your left knee, and then from here, step your right leg back to your downward facing dog. Nice. From your downward dog, lift your heels, inhale, come forwards to your high plank. And then exhale, slightly bend your knees, push your tailbone back. See if you can flip your palms out. Keep your index forward. Start to bend your elbows back, squeezing in. You're still squeezing that block between your forearms. And then finally, resting your elbows and forearms on your mat. Now, when you here, walk your feet slightly closer. And place your head between your biceps. Try not the crown of it touching the mat. Now, lift your heels from here. Inhale. And then bend your knees, but keep pushing your chest on top of your thighs. Now, for your exhale, see if you can straighten your legs, draw your heels down. 2 more times. Lift your heels in here. Inhale, bend your knees. And then exhale, keep pushing your chest, lengthen your tailbone, and then finally straighten your heels, your legs down. Last one, lift your heels, bend your knees, inhale. There's so much happening. As you hug your forearms, push your chest on your thighs, lengthen your tailbone, and then exhale, heels down on your mat. Now from here, look up, start to shift your shoulders forwards, lift your elbows, step your left foot outside of your left hands, right foot outside of your right hands. Palms to your heart again, feeling the shoulders as you open in your inner thighs. And then slowly start to come up, pressing down through your feet. Roll your shoulders up and back. And let's go back to the opposite side before we start making a flow in here. Circle your shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, forward fold, down to your mat. Place your hands on your shin, on your mat. Either way, find that long span. You might need a block in here. Shoulders blade back and down. Inhale. And then exhale, step your right foot back this time, right knee on your mat. Heel to knee, knee to hip. That's that inner thigh connection in here. You really feel that if your inner thighs connect, you really feel that a nice stretch at the front of your right hip. So then we started from here. Reach your arms up, inhale, and then exhale, cactus your elbows. Again, remember those elbows like 90 degrees angle, elbow to shoulders. Now, from here, we're gonna broaden evenly, collarbone and shoulders brace, inhale. And then exhale, close your arms together as you wanna squeeze this block between your forearms. Now, turn your palms out. It's almost like you're doing this forearm dolphin balance on standing. As you hug your inner thighs, if you can squeeze the block, so you feel the back of your body opening, the front of your body squeezing it, your ribs in and navel in. Now, reach your arms up. And then exhale, see if you can reach it slightly back as you stretch it, the side of you, keep squeezing the block behind you. Take a deep inhale, and then exhale, release, palms to your heart. Inhale, open your chest wide. Next time we go for that twist. The right tip of your right elbow to the tip of your knee, just outside. Then if your hands they are not to the midline, that's okay. You find that alignment. Hug your inner thighs. Every inhalation you find lengthen. Every exhalation, start softening your ribs and then your navel in, looking up. One more, inhale. And then exhale. And then slowly come back to your midline. Then from here, let's go for that half split. Take the block if you need to. I'm gonna walk my right knee back sliding and lifting my left toes and setting my hips back. Maybe walk your heel a bit more further. Palms on the blocks, on the mat, either way. Find that long span, your tailbone back. And then already I'm gonna shift my left hip back, right hip forwards, inhale in here, then exhale, forward fold. Stay here. 1, 2 more breaths. You can even pause and stay longer if you want. This is the beauty of practicing online, on demand. And then slowly look up, inhale. Exhale, sit over your right heel, as that will help you to bend your left knee. Hands on your mat. Inhale, lift your back knee, and then exhale, step your left leg back to your downward facing dog. From your downward dog, lift your heels, come forwards to your high plank. Inhale in here. Listen for your exhale. Shift, keep your palms pressing down, straighten your arms, look forwards for a moment, and start to shift your hips over your wrist. So you find this kind of upward facing dog, and then place your knees down on your mat. And then shift your shoulders forward. Start to bend your elbows. Start to bend your elbows for your low chaturanga. And then straighten your arms. See if you can squeeze your elbows together. And then lift your knees again. And then we go back to that downward facing dog. Let's do one more time in here. It feels nice, actually, good strengthening for the arms. If you lift your heels, come forwards to your high plank. You can even feel in your navel in, your ribs towards one another. And then when you look up, forwards rather, as you keep pressing the mat away, biceps forward, triceps back, you start shifting your hips over your wrist. Now let's go for the chaturanga if you want. Maybe avoiding the knees on the mat. Start to shift your shoulders forward and then bend your your elbows, squeezing your elbows next to your body, so your half plank, and then straighten your arms to your plank, to your downward facing dog. Nice. Place your knees down on your mat. Take a child pose or hero pose. Take rest anytime that you need. Nice. And then from here, let's warm up the wrist a little bit. The wrist, the forearms. So we don't want any sensation or injuries, perhaps. So from your hero pose, so if this is too much, you can cross your shin in front of you. Place your the edge of your palms touching. So you want your palms facing you. And then from here, you're going to start circling, closing the back, fingers towards you, and then you circle forward. So you keep doing this kind of movement. Your palms will never touch. It's just the outside of your palms and then the edge, inside and outside of the edge. And it feels nice for your wrist, just for some mobility. And then you do the opposite side. So as you stop in here, I'm going to start it from here, palms facing forwards. And then you go down towards you to the front. I said it a couple of more times. And then release. Now from here, place your index and thumb finger just between the gap between the bone of your wrist and your palm. And then try not to hold it too much, but a gentle hold, and just circle your hands on one side. Do the opposite direction, just get some mobility in here. Especially if you feel tight, then do this kind of exercise often. Release tension. Then do the other side. Perfect. And finally, last one. Reach your arms to the side and close and open your fingers. Imagine your nails want to scratch your palms. Hopefully, it's not too long nails. And then go a bit more faster for 10 and 9. You feel your forearms. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Ooh, feeling already my forearms as we did the shoulders early, opening the hamstrings already. Let's go on your mat again with your forearms. I love this. It's a new variation of cat and cow. I feel I can get most of my strength and mobility on my shoulders. So take a deep inhale, keep your index facing forwards. Index knuckles is your best friend. It's always on the mat. Grab it. Inhale as you open your chest. If you can draw your elbows towards your knees. And then exhale, do the opposite around your spine. We won't stay here for too long. Lift your knees off your mat. Let's go for the dolphin shape. Now listen carefully here. It's a bit more challenging. As you know, it might be a good practice for you. If you can look forward, bend your knees, inhale, and exhale. Straighten your legs, shift your shoulders forward, lift your forearms off your mat. So this is your high plank. And then we go for that hips towards your wrist, for that up dog variation, open your chest. And then we're going to skip the chaturanga. We will do later, but if you start bending your knees, push your tailbone back, look between your thumb fingers. I'm going to reset it, and then I'm going to bend my elbows and forearms down on your mat, and then go back to that dolphin. I'm going to do this one more time. Look forwards, bend your knees, in. Exhale, to your high plank. Now, inhaling here, hips towards your wrist, that up dog variation. And then exhale, I'm going to go back to that dolphin, bending my knees. Go with one arm at a time, so try not to risk anything. Big toes touching in here. Keep your left foot down, and reach your right leg up. Exhale, look forward. Lift your elbows or right knee to your right upper arm. And then step your right foot outside of your right hand. Now from here, listen carefully. Place your left foot down. So you want this left foot 45 degrees facing forwards, and then reach your arms up. So you want this warrior one, beautiful warrior one. So it's a wide stand, wide feet. You can even turn your right foot out if you want. Right hip back, left foot forwards. Reach your arms up, pressing down through your left foot. And the next time, we're going to go for a twist. Reach your left arm forward as you open your right arm back. Now, I can feel it here, this Nice opening on my left inner thigh, hip flexor. So lift your left kneecap. See if you can engage the top of your left leg as you get your best twist, your best ability to twist over your right side. So you open your left collarbone. Nice. Reach your arms to the sky. Let's open the back of your right leg. And next I'm going to straighten my right leg and then reach your arms behind you. I'm still keeping my left foot, right hip back, pressing down. Let's do one more time. Bend your right knee. Inhale this warrior one variation, Virabhadrasana, one quite wide legs. And then exhale, ribs in, navel in, left arm forward, right arm back, twisting back. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Then exhale, straighten your right leg, lift your left kneecap, reach your arms back. Nice, keep your right leg straight in and reach your arms up. And then exhale, turn your right foot to the longer left side of your mat in here. We go with your toes in and heels out. Place your hands on your hips. Take a deep inhale in. And then exhale, slowly fold and fold and fold and fold and fold down on your mat. Place your fingertips on your mat. So you kind of want halfway lift. Try not to go all the way down. You want your tailbones reaches back, and then your crown of head reaches forwards. Now, see if you can place your left forearm down. See if you can place your left forearm down and keep your right hand in line with your left elbow. So what you're doing here, you just want to hug your right elbow in, and then lift the tip of your, pressing down through your left elbow as well, as you look into the back of your mat. So it's a nice way to stretch the body. If you want to go with the wider legs, go ahead, but lift your kneecap, keep your toes in, and keep opening, lifting the back of your shoulder. Imagine you squeezing that block between your right elbow and your left forearm. So you feel this connection here. So you feel that the upper back. One more breath in here. Inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, slowly look up. And then straighten your arms. Release, release. Heels in and toes out. Place your hands inside of your thighs. Take a deep inhale, right shoulder to the midline. See if you can open your right leg. And then exhale, come back. Inhale. See if you try to keep your left arm straight. As you bend your right elbow, hug your pelvic floor, call Mula Bandha. Everything joins up like elevation towards the crown of your head. And then exhale, come back. 2 more times. Inhale in here. And then exhale, last one. Inhale. And then exhale, exhale, exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach your arms up, straighten your legs. And then exhale, turn your left foot forwards, turn your right foot in front of you. Let's go for your warrior two as you bend your right knee. Warrior two, make it as deep as you will ever do it in your other practice. Now, that deeper means strength and lengthen. As I'm bending my right knee, so I kind of feel like my femur, my bone in line with the mat. And then the back leg, press into the out edge of your left foot. And then hold on here. Just a few more breaths. Inhale. Exhale, maybe more deeper. Inhale, hug your, migrate as both heels towards one another. And then exhale, go deeper. Beautiful. Place both hands down on your mat. Keep your left hands down. And then reach your right arm up. Inhale, reach your right arm high. Stretching the side. And then exhale, place your right hands behind your head, opening your chest. Place the outer edge of your left foot on your mat. And then start to pivot and turn both outer edge of your feet to the right side until finally you can place your right big toe on top of your left and reach your right arm to the top of your mat. It's a side plank. I'm going to keep my left big toe down as I want to engage the side of my body. One more breath. Now for me, I'm going to shift into the right side, squaring my hip, placing my right hands to the right corner, and then placing the right elbow down, the right forearm. And then I'm going to turn to the right side for this forearm plank. Keeping this right palm always facing forward. You still have that kind of dolphin shape in here. So option to stay, maybe flip your left arm over your head as you lift your hips a bit more higher. Keep your ribs in and navel in. One more breath in. One more breath. And now place your left hands down, left elbow on your mat. And then we go this forearm plank in here. Now this forearm plank, we're going to make it as a dolphin. Walk your feet close to you. Keep your feet, big toes touching. Now from here, we're gonna hold for 3-leg dolphin. We won't do much craziness in here, but if you follow my, my guidance with a breath, then you'll be okay. Keep your left foot down and then reach your right leg up. Option to keeping your gaze just between your forearms, or maybe looking on your back. Now, lift your left heel, bend your left knee, exhale, push your chest back, right leg higher, left heel down. Lift your left heel, bend your left knee, exhale, elbows pressing down, open the back of your body, left heel down, right heel up. One more, inhale, exhale. Place your right foot down, knees on your mat. Sit on top of your heels, hero pose. Sitting on your heels, relax your shoulders, maybe palms on your thighs, or child pose, you choose. Just coming back to that breath practice. And it might feel all this sensation through the shoulders, the spine. So what are those? So allowing that breath to soften those tightness, to release those blockages. As right now, it's a moment to relax. It's a moment to reconnect with your breath. And then slowly open your eyes. Let's go to the opposite side. Let's go to that cat and cow forearm variation. Keep your knees in line with your hips, your toes tucked under. And then inhale, look up to your cow pose. And then exhale, cat. As you round your spine, shift your shoulders back already. Try not to keep it in too much forwards. And then you can still look in between your forearms, lift your knees, and then lift your tailbone up. Now you can place your head between your arms if you want. Maybe walk your feet slightly closer. And then your big toes are touching in here. Keep your right foot down and lift your left leg up. And then exhale, look forward, lift your elbows, left knee to your left upper arm, and then step your left foot slightly outside. You can even grab a walking. Place your right heel down, 45 degrees to your mat, and then come up to this wide legs warrior one, and then reach your arms up. It might feel good, especially if you have tight hips. Wider legs really helps to squaring the hips forward. If you have a tight inner thighs. Nice, and then from here, inhale, reach your arms up, warrior one. Exhale, right arm forwards, left arm back. So I can really feel this opening of my right side, this long alignment here. Inhale, arms to the sky. Exhale, reach your arms back, straighten your left leg. See if you can reach your chest forwards. Keep your left mount toe on your mat. And again, inhale, find your warrior one, reach your arms up. Exhale, twisting warrior. Inhale, arms to the sky, and then exhale, straighten your legs, arms back. Nice. Inhale, slowly come up, reach your arms up, keep your legs straight. Exhale, turn your left foot to the right side of your mat. Then from here, I'm gonna facing you. So we are to the longer right side of your mat. If you are there, stay there. Try not to get confused as we are still working on the left side. And again, we go with the toes in and heels out. Place your hands on your hips. Inhale in here. Then exhale, forward fold. Again, let's go for that halfway. Try not to go all the way down. Now this time I'm going to place my right hands down. And then I'm going to try to bend my right elbow. See if I can place my forearm down on the mat, elbow in line with the shoulders. And again, if this is not accessible to you today, place both hands down as you bend your elbows behind you so you keep squeezing. The purpose on here is about activating your upper back. So as you place your right elbow, right forearm down, keep your left hands in line with your right elbow. Left hands in line with your right elbow. Then bend your left elbow 90 degrees angle. Then from here, you're going to start to draw your chest between your thighs. Keep the crown of the head off your mat to start, as you want to activate in your upper back. You imagine you want to open the back of your shoulders away from your ears, left elbow kissing your right forearm, squeezing in, pressing down through your right hands. I'm going to go with a shorter stand. The shorter the better, so you can even feel the stretch of your hamstrings while you're activating the back muscles. One more breath. Nice. Inhale, look up, lift your right elbows, hands forward. And then from your heels in and toes out, bend your knees in here, bend your knees. Now, let's stay with your knees bent. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, cactus your elbows. As we hold in here, take a deep inhale. We're going to do the same practice. And then exhale, forearms hugging in. You should feel this chest squeezing, upper back engaging. Inhale, reach your arms behind you, but keep your elbows back. And then exhale, palms to your heart. 2 more times. Inhale, wider, rather than pushing your chest out. Think about broadening evenly your collarbone and shoulders blades. And then exhale, closing your forearm, hug your forearms towards one another. Keep squeezing that blocks, elbows in line with your shoulders. Inhale, reach your arms behind you, feeling this side body stretch. And then exhale, palms to your heart. One more time. You got this. Inhale, open your arms evenly. And then exhale, squeeze your chest, ribs in and navel in, palms facing out. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, palms together, straighten your legs. Now from here, lift left foot parallel to your mat. Turn your right foot out. Inhale, arms up. And then exhale, warrior 2 to the right side, to the left side of your mat. See, I got confused. Left knee. So you bend your left knee. You bend your left knee to the top of your mat, which is now. Stay for a few breaths. Every inhalation, magnetize both heels towards one another. So you feel your pelvic floor, Mula Bandha, Ujjana Bandha, Jalandhara Bandha, so connected. And then exhale, you keep that action, everything hugs in as you bend your left knee a bit more deeper. Last one, inhale. And then exhale. Beautiful. And then from your windmill, your palms down. Place your right hands on your mat. And then lift your left arm up. Inhale in here. And then exhale, place your left hands behind your head. Start to pivot and turn both out the edge of your feet to your left side until finally your left big toe is touching your right. See if you can place your right big toe down. And then from here, extend your left arm to the top of your mat. As soon as you do that, pressing down through your right index knuckle, lift your hips a bit more high, ribs in and navel in. One more breath in. Exhale. Let's go for a side plank to the left side. Place your left hands down. Bend your left elbow, forearm on your mat. And then flip into the left side. On the other side, you reach your right arm up. Keep your fingers facing forward. Flip your right arm and then maybe extending to the top of your mat in here. Lift your hips a bit more higher. Inhale. Exhale. Nice. Place your right hands down. And then we find your forearm plank first. Reset. Hug your wrist, your forearms towards one another as you bend your knees. Push, walk your feet towards your elbows and then your chest towards your thighs. Now place your head between your arms if you want to, or maybe look in the space between your forearms. Big toes touching in here. Keep your right foot down, lift your left leg up, and then exhale, chest back. Point your left toe, straighten your leg, lift your right heel. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, chest back, right heel down. 2 more. Lift your right heel, inhale. Exhale, hug your forearms, chest back, straighten your right leg. Last one, inhale. And then exhale. Place your left foot down, knees on your mat. And then hero pose, just take a rest. A moment to reset. Okay, perfect. Let's move on with this flow as it gets in your shoulders quite warmer, and let's see what we can do after this. So I'm gonna turn to the top of my mat again in here. Place your hands down, elbows and forearms on the mat. Inhale to your cow pose, and then exhale, cat, and then lift your knees, lift your knees. Let's go for a chaturanga in here. Lift your heels, bend your knees, inhale, exhale. Straighten your arms to your high plank. Inhale, shift your hips over your wrist, upward facing dog in here. And then exhale, chaturanga, lower your body halfway. Inhale, straighten your arms to your high plank. Exhale to your downward facing dog, to your dolphin again. From here, we're gonna float forward to a chair, or otherwise you can do with one elbow at a time. Lift your heels, bend your knees, inhale, exhale, lift your elbows, step, jump, or hop between your hands. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend your knees to your chest. So deep, you feel this alignment with your heels heavy, your tailbone back, open your heart. And then exhale, palms together, straighten your legs. Let's go again. I'm gonna go for a crow in here as your shoulders feels kind of ready. So I'm gonna step back, 1 foot back on my mat, so I've got enough space just between my feet and my mat. Let's bend your knees in here. Inhale to your chair pose, nice and tall. Hug your inner thighs, a small gap between your heels. And then exhale, reach your arms in front of you, tailbone back. Option to stay here, you can lift your heels if you want to. So to get a nice long tailbone, fingertips forwards. Open your knees slightly and see if you can start placing your palms down in line with your shoulder, and then open your knees. Now, I will normally walk my hands closer as I want to glue my knees to the highest part of my body, which it might be the armpits. As soon as I'm here, I'm going to hug everything in, bend the elbows, pressing down through your hands. Take your time until you feel finally light on your hands. You can find your crow pose or maybe even straight arms. And then float back, shoot back to your chaturanga. So step by step. And then exhale to your downward facing dog. Now from your downward dog, let's make this downward dog a bit longer than usual. Walk your feet back. From here, inhale, lift your right leg up. And then open your hip and bend your right knee. Look forward over your left hand. Place your left elbow, left forearm down. Keep your left heel down so you feel the tip of your left shoulder away from your ear as you keep pressing your chest back. We're gonna flip your dog in here. So if you look forward, walk your left foot backwards more. Keep engaged, lifting your shoulders, pressing down through your left elbow. Flip your left foot, out the edge of your foot of your left side, and then right ball of your foot outside of your mat. From here, option you can stay as you lift your hips. Option number 2, reach your right arm to the top of your mat. See if you can keep your left big toe down, right heel of your mat. You should feel this nice engagement to the lateral muscles. One more breath. Nice. Place your right hands down. Square your hips. We've done this shape before. Keep your left elbow down. Right hand in line with your, place your knees down for a moment. So this is a funky pose. I'm gonna resting for a moment and then placing my left elbow, left forearm down. So we've done this before. I'm gonna show you on the other side so you can see the alignment of my hands. So my left forearm is down, then my right hand is in line with the elbow. Now I'm gonna go slightly backwards. I'm gonna draw that right elbow next to my body and then lifting my knees up. From here, keep your left foot down, reach your right leg up and exhale, right knee to your right elbow. I will just stay here as you pressing the mat away and then finally look up. Straighten both arms. See if you can step your right foot between your hands. So now we are to the top of your mat. Inhale, come up. Let's find these crescent lunges. Reach your arms up and then let's go for a twist. Left arm forward, right arm back. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, arms behind you. See if you can, almost like this arrow pose. We want to take it off. So we're still pressing out to the right foot and then finally leaning to the right side until your left foot slowly floats away. And then we're balancing over that right leg. Left knee to your chest. So I'm going to go for a balance pose. I'm going to step in on top of the mat. Keep your right hands on your right hip. Left hand maybe on your left knee if you want to. If you feel that your hamstring is flexible, peace fingers grabbing your left big toe. From here, pressing down through your right foot, extend your left leg out. You don't have to straighten it, but think about drawing this shoulder socket and hip socket backwards. So you really activating your back muscles is in here. So it's a more like retraction in here. So you're really using your upper back. And then if you're holding your knee or maybe your leg, stretch your left leg outside. Option, you can extend your right arm out so you find the balance. I'm not always keen of looking left and right. I'm trying to find that alignment with pressing down through my right foot, lengthening the spine, that's what it counts. And that's where you come back to your midline. Inhale in here. Exhale, left knee to your chest. Reach your arms up. And then finally, reach your left leg back to your warrior three. So we're gonna get this warrior three in here, feeling the stretch of your hamstring. You can stay. You can use a couple of blocks in here. It becomes more like assisted warrior three. I love this as it really keeps focusing on that lengthening of my right leg, plus on my spine. One more breath. From this warrior three, I'm gonna go to standing split, as again, it is opening the back of the body, so which is the hamstring. From a standing split, I'm gonna place the left fingertips down, right forearm, grabbing the back of my right calf, using my biceps, upon my left toe, I'm gonna draw my torso towards my right leg. Shoulders blades back and down. You can bend your left knee if you want. It feels nice, but keep activating the top of your right leg. Imagine your right kneecap want to kiss your right hip. One more breath. Nice. And then slowly release. Inhale, look up. Left leg back. And exhale, place your left foot down. Don't go too far away. Hands on your mat. And then we're going to swing that right leg up for going finally for that three-leg dolphin. So as you're leaning up and back, start to bend your elbows, your forearms on your mat. Now, option, you can stay here, you can squeeze the block. Or option number two is to do a couple of hops. So what I will do normally, I'm going to just reset. So reset it with my elbows in line with my shoulders. If you want to do this against the wall, it's safer doing on the wall, so you don't feel like I'm going to try my luck where I'm going to fall. So do against the wall. Do exactly the same against the wall. Make sure that you got like one hand away from your block. You start with your dolphin, and then maybe do a couple of hops. I'm going to try to do it on my mat. I'm not expecting it to go upside down, but I'm gonna do four to five hops. And that will help me to find that, to visualize in that alignment. I want one leg constantly engaged, which is the standing legs, and one leg guiding me, which is the balanced leg. So from here, I'm gonna place my forearms down, pushing my shoulders back, behind my elbows, squeezing the forearms towards one another. You're holding that block. If you have a place, a block. So you feel the back of your body already engaged. Lift your knees, and then lift your right leg up. From here, I'm going to look forwards. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. So it is about the breath. As you can see, the more those practice we did earlier, every inhalation you bend your knees, and then every exhalation you stretch your leg. So your exhalation here, it's about gentle pushing the mat away. Give it a couple of try, and then imagine your inner thighs wants to keep hugging. So if you are able to lift, if you're able to find your full dolphin, your full pincha, Mayurasana. So imagine your right leg, your left leg want to hug your right. Inhale, exhale. And then if you fall, landing safely. Perfect. When you finish, just take a break. You can stop your practice and then reset for the second part. I will take a 5 breath on my hero pose. It's my favorite. And then when I'm ready, beautiful. Let's start again for the opposite side. Place your palms on your mat. We're going to go back to that cat and cow, forearms down, elbows down. Inhale in here, and then exhale, cat. It really helps as you pull your elbows down, hug your forearms, your back opens, and then you can lift your knees. I'm going to go for a chaturanga in here. Inhale, bend your knees. Remember that exhale is that push. As you push you forwards, you straighten your arms. Nice. Inhale, shifting my hips over my wrist, up dog. And then exhale, I'm going to find my chaturanga. You can place your knees down to the high plank. And then again, I'm going to go for a downward facing dog. Now, I'm going to change it. I'm going to find a different down dog. I'm going to flip my dog in here as we did it differently. Now, walk your feet backwards more. So find this long down dog. Keep your right foot down and then inhale, reach your left leg up, open your hip and bend your knee. Look forward, bend your right elbow, place your right forearm down. Maybe walk your right foot back already. So from here, I'm gonna start leaning to my right side as the outer edge of the right foot flips down, and then my left ball of my foot goes behind the mat. Right big toe down, pressing down through my elbows. I really want to feel this side, and then maybe reach the left arm over me. So open the chest. It's hard to open in practice. Nice. Place your left hands out. Come back. I'm going to place my left hands in line with my right elbow, and then flipping over here to the left side. So we're going to go back for that funky dolphin. I'm going to keep the right forearm down. I'm going to walk my feet closer, left elbow, like a 90 degrees. It looks like I have to walk my hands backwards more. And then place my left elbow here. Stay pushing back. And then finally, look up. See if you can straighten your arms. You got this left knee to your chest and then stepping forwards. It's a good way to strengthen the body. And then inhale, let's come up to your crescent pose. Reach your arms up. And then exhale, right arm forward and left arm back. Inhale, reach your arms to the sky. And then exhale, let's go for that arrow pose. As you lean your arms behind you, you start leaning to the left side. And then finally, maybe taking off over that right foot, floats away, puff your chest, lift your right hip facing down. Nice, right knee to your belly, and then we balance, pressing down through your left foot. Option here, you can grab both hands, your knees, you find the length, or maybe one hand on your knee, one hand on your hip. Peace fingers grabbing your big toe, and then from here, I'm gonna extend my right leg forward. I'm going to focus on my spine rather than straighten my leg. I'm going to focus on pressing down through my left leg. And then when you're ready, if you're holding your knee, if you're holding your big toe, start to open outside of your mat. This left arm can reach outside, coping the right leg. One more breath. Beautiful. And then come back forward, so right leg in front of you. And then right knee to your belly. Let's go for your warrior 3. As you swing your right leg back, you shift your shoulders forward and up. Right leg back and up. And this is your warrior 3. Maybe hands to the side. Touch your hips. See if you can really square your hip in here. Maybe arms forwards. Or maybe hands on your block. As I'm really enjoying recently to find that alignment. Pressing down through your left foot as you lift your kneecap. Long spine, chest squeeze, collarbone, shoulders blaze engage. Inhale in here. And then exhale. Nice. Let's find your standing split. If you have the block, take it away from you. Place your right fingers on your mat to the right corner, left forearm, grabbing your left calf. And then from here, find that long spine first. Inhale and exhale. Maybe your right leg reaches high. You can bend your knee. Lift your left kneecap. This helps to open the back of your hamstrings. So why so much hamstrings? Flexibility, it helps for anything when you are on your inversion, balanced. One more breath. Maybe bend your knee as we did earlier. Nice. Inhale, look up, halfway lift. And then exhale, step your right foot back and down. Don't go too far away. Stay nice and close. Place your hands on your mat, squaring your left foot, and then reach your left leg up. As soon as you do that, you bend your forearms. Finding that three-leg dolphin, squeeze, 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 hug your block, and then elbows on your mat, head behind you. Option to stay here, or maybe you hop your right foot slightly closer, look at the space between your forearms, pressing the block, squeezing the block, inhale, exhale. Inhale, and then exhale. Do as many as you like. As you can see, my left leg is still engaged. Use the wall if you want to explore, but try not to round in your spine. Focus on this alignment on your ribs and never let. When you finish with your hops, or if you're holding your pincha, stay for 2-3 breaths. Notice what is the sensation to be upside down. It shouldn't feel like I've done it, it's a victory, but it should feel also kind of way of releasing from upside down, from your thighs shifting away. And you notice even your mind, it's a bit more empty. And then when you had enough, sit on your heels and on the mat. Let's extend, sit bum on the mat, extend your legs forwards. Well done, everybody. We're done the major part of this flow, which was dolphin flow, a Pincha Flow, with the option to start with your dolphin, three-leg dolphin, hop, and eventually pincha. Extend your legs forwards, get a nice stretch in here. Keep your palms to the side of your hips. Engage your thighs, lift your toes. Inhale, reach your arms up. And then exhale, forward fold, and then finally let yourself melt in here. You don't have to grab anything. You can even keep your palms facing up. You relax your neck, your lower back, your shoulders. Let's go for a twisting pose. Inhale, look up. And then place your left hands outside of your right foot. Left hand outside of your right foot. And then your right hands to the right hip. As you start to find that long spine, maybe bend your right knee. See if you can reach your right leg up, left leg down. And then from here, see if you can start to draw this right foot over your left, right hip back as you open your right arm behind you. One more breath. Nice. And then from here, maybe micro bend your knee. Start to leaning forwards. Guide your leg is guiding you down. And then inhale. Bend your left knee as well. Right hands outside of your left foot. And then exhale, forward fold. Don't worry about straightening the legs. Place you have your forearm crossed, your head between your forearms. And then maybe if you can, now you start to hold in here. Now release the grip with your left hands. And then walk your left hands outside of your left mat. Outside of your left edge, longer edge of your mat. Keep your right hands outside of your left foot. Inhale, look up. And exhale, bend your left knee, maybe lift yourself up. From here, you start to maybe straighten your legs if you want to, and then reach your left arm behind you. Get a nice twist. One more breath. Beautiful. And then again, just go all the way down. Left foot, left hands, inhale in here. And then exhale, forward fold. Now from here, we're going to roll vertebra by vertebra all the way down. You can reach your arms in front of you, scoop your stomach in. Nice. And then hands on your mat. Lift your legs up for your invisible wall shoulder stand. If you have any other variation of shoulder stand, go ahead. Maybe find your plow your legs over your head, Balasana, and then lift your legs up towards the ceiling as you support your back with your hands, elbows down. Stay for a few more breaths. And then when you're ready, make yourself all the way down. Roll vertebra by vertebra all the way down to your mat. Because I am here on that invisible wall, I'm going to lower my legs down, keeping the ribs in and navel in, my lower back flat as much as I can. Do the same when you roll down. And then from here, bend your knees. Find your happy baby for a moment, massaging your spine. And then release your legs down. Shavasana is a core pose. Legs as wide as your mat. Keep your arms on your side. Maybe walk your shoulders blazed towards one another, keeping this chest nice and open. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. 2 more. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. We finish this practice here. Stay for 5-10 minutes. A moment to let go completely. Celebrate this achievement on your practice. And without being so attached. If that pose, the shape happened today, it's a celebration. If the shape didn't happen today, we celebrate more. Because the purpose is to coming back to the mat and not being stepped away. It's to showing up, whatever happens, but that without any attachment, we let go. Namaste.